the tree. If you do, get back a ways.
Hi, everybody.
Right over there, that'll show
I
how
can't
it's
go
in.
that far because we're connected by this little
Oh.
microphone. No, you're fine. You're fine. Stay there. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hi, everybody. Nobody yet. There's one. All right. So, we're a little late. We wanted to do this yesterday, the day before, but we're finally out here, and as you can see, the trees are blooming. So we're going to do a little pomology update with my dad, Mr. Art Soons, and I have to remember not to talk so loud. We have lavalier mics on. Darcy, are you watching? Can you hear me? Can you post a comment? Are we good? I would assume she's watching, but I don't see any comments. All right, well, I'm going to assume I tested them the other day, so hopefully they're fine. So let me flip this around, and Daddy's keeping an eye on everybody else and what they're doing. All right, we have 5% battery. You are up. That's all right. Don't panic.
Here's the battery problem. Anyway, here we are. We're closing in on apple production here. Here's last week's apples. They were at what's called the pink stage. Now why haven't they opened with these? This blossom is all open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got? We got 6 here. 6 apples and 1 bud. That was
Right,
one bud.
Don't move around too much. It's hard to follow in the sun.
Yeah. So why don't all the bloom come at once? Well, if it did come at once, we'd lose a complete crop on a heavy frost year. Since some of them might be as much as a week later, there'd be the few apples that you would have to pick. But there's a high enough percentage there to save a man from going broke. Now there's your 5 blossoms. Remember, they all started off with a little bit of like this, with a little bit of leaves here. Now the leaves have grown, and they're producing the energy that the tree needs to get through bloom. Actually, bloom uses a lot of energy from the tree. It's a very heavy feeder on the tree just at bloom time. Now this is where the bee goes in and pollinates the sexual parts here of the blossom. And if you look very closely at the bottom of that blossom, there's your apple. Right there.
Stop moving around so much.
That little thing is your apple.
That's the stem.
That'll be the stem end, what we got a hold of.
Okay.
This will be what's called the calyx end.
Right, or blossom. We call it the blossom end.
And that thing is going to grow and grow and grow like crazy with cell division until about the middle of June, and then it'll shut down cell division and just enlarge the cells. So we want to make sure the tree is in a healthy condition until the cell division stops, because we need to get as many cells as possible in the apple to make them hard.
Whoop. I'm doing a bad job with the camera today. Apologize, everybody. There's Mr. Hudson helping out as always. So, anything else on the blossom before we talk about this tree for a sec?
Well, we have at least 10 hives. We rented 10 hives of bees to help us get these blossoms all pollinated. It doesn't seem possible that some bees are going to get them all, but they do. And
we did see one.
There's a number of bees up in there. If you look carefully, they're hard to see, and that's a good sign.
Yes, it's finally not crazy windy.
Yeah, the wind has been blowing so bad for the last 24 hours that the bees couldn't work. They don't like wind, and they don't like below 60 degrees. The only guys that fly in the wind are the bumblebees. They all have 4 engines.
All right, so I had a post the other day after I mentioned that it was Mr. Art's 87th birthday as to how old is this tree, which again I can't back up too far, but you can kind of see the tree is falling over, so that might give you a hint that this is not a young tree. We had some a great diversity of answers, and I didn't look to see the range, but somebody